If y'all got me, man. This is a new stream right here. Oh, this is
Mm.
yeah, we not talking about the Smiths no more, man. Wait a minute, I'm back on. We're gonna see. Hold on, let me check my Facebook page so I can see what y'all see. Y'all hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. This is ass.
Ass crack on
Yeah, right. We
day.
just really getting unpacking, as they say. Getting into it. Hold on, let's see.
Oh,
Dumb. It's dumb. Yeah.
yeah.
Is it back on? Well, go out of that. I started a new one. Really? That's a whole new one? All right. So we should be live on Facebook, y'all. My apologies. Some tech issues. Oh, we was getting views too. Wash hands. That's funny. Welcome back, y'all. We was
Wash
right in the
hands,
middle of it
baby.
too. It's people coming back. It was terrible. Somebody said wash their hands. Wash your hands. Is you live or is this recording? This is actually live. That's the unfortunate part.
Oh,
And
he said wash your hands.
yeah, somebody said wash your hands. And when I tell you, I'm using the most amount of profanity right now on their tech support. The most amount.
You about to get removed off the whole joint.
No, they're about to give me my money back, and I'm gonna pick another one. Y'all can see me on Twitch.
You can take academics place.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm about to do Twitch where I sit in a little gaming chair and had a whole background in the back and the news clips and all. I'm about to do that because this
listen.
ain't worth the money.
Yeah.
So that's real. Marion,
Listen.
Marion, hey, Lonnie, fuck you up. She said Marion put that medicine on you. Hey, look here. I'm telling that story tomorrow with video.
No, you gotta tell it now because you put them through a lot with the whole.
I did.
Not that it was your fault, but you got to give them something now.
I did. We on with Big Zoe, man. The Big Zoe talks. One half of the Street Senators.
Yes,
Checking in when we was covering a lot of ground. If you just joining us, we was covering a lot of ground, and then this poor I don't even know what to call it. This it's not a platform because y'all on the platforms, but this streaming service just completely bent me over.
Oh.
It did. Oh, hello. My name is Benjamin. I'll be helping you today. How can I assist you? We're not talking right now, Benjamin. I'm still trying to do this live goddamn show. All right, let me write your name again because I had your name on the screen. All right, so where was we going? We was at.
You talking about Marion?
It's about Marion, yeah. And I'm a. You know what? Might as well. I want to get my man Eddie on here. Brian was on with Eddie got a new album out. We got the birthday situation jumping.
Oh, big up Eddie.
And then Brian Bailey was. I was trying to get him on. We talk about real quick about Kanye from a licensed mental health position, and then Suge and Jada conspired. And all right, they said tell us now. All right, so I'm gonna tell you the story. Hold on, I'm gonna go look for the video. I'm gonna see if I can find the video. Y'all be patient for that. I got to because it don't make sense without the video.
Right.
It don't make sense without the video.
Right.
Y'all stand by. Give me 2 seconds.
Suge Knight inside right now, listening to this.
I hope so.
And was like, hola.
I was going to talk about the masking situation at work, at the job. Man, this is just.
What you mean a mask situation?
No, I just wanted to take it to the people, man, about people wearing masks and people not wearing. As I look for this and not wearing masks, it's like if I got mine on, I really shouldn't be tripping about you having yours on. If you think about it, I'm gonna let you and the people you with swap all that. Y'all can swap the contagion. It's not gonna bother me if I'm masked up.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Shouldn't that be a way to think about that?
That is a way.
Like I shouldn't really be tripping. No, thank you. I shouldn't be really tripping off that because that's I'm not going in many ways I'm not going to be affected by that. That's not going to be that's not going to be a thing for me.
Well, how much do you think the mask protects you anyway? How much do you think it protects you from giving it to somebody else?
Giving it to somebody else, I think it
Yeah.
does. I think it does. More so than. Wow, that's a tough question. You set me up on there. That was a tough one.
I'm just asking.
I can't even write your name in here. The captions fail. It just said the captions fail. Anyway, all right. So yeah. So I found a video. That's a good question. How much do you think it protects me? How much do you think it protects somebody else? I think it protects me enough if I got it on. But if you don't have it on, whatever happens to you is on you. So that second question don't really matter. But I was just at work because it's mandatory for us, and we back at work, and and it's like I'm watching the people outside that really don't want to do it, and I'm like, well, in some kind of way, that's fine for them. Just let them swap droplets between them. You know what I'm saying?
The problem with that though is if that person is a carrier or whatever, and they cough or sneeze on you, they touch.
Well, you're not doing that. First of all, I'm not that close to you. You're not just going to randomly cough and sneeze, and I'm in a position.
You don't gotta be that close for a cough or a sneeze.
I understand that.
It travels.
I understand that, but in a space where we inside of a building, we ain't nowhere near each other, and 10 of us got it on and one don't. I'm not going to be irate. I'm just not going to be around that clown. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I respect that.
It's not going to be a big deal. I'm just not going to be around you or anything, or like, I just feel like if they want to swap droplets, and I'm gonna keep saying that because it sounds funny. If they want to swap droplets and do that amongst themselves, I think that they should be
able to do it.
Yeah, on some level.
You sounded real Trumpy.
I know it's gonna come out that way. I was driving home and I was thinking, I was like, I got to make that point without sounding like one of the crazies, and it ain't work. It ain't work. It ain't work.
But when you see him messed up now. And I think
what is he doing? He's on a move right now. He's on a move.
He's playing chess.
He's on a move.
He's playing chess.
He still got his hand on the piece.
His team.
You know how you play with that person who they might be better than you, but you've beat them a couple times, and they play and they keep their hand on the piece for like 10 minutes. Because the move is not over until I take my hand off. That's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
I forgot you were talking about chess. You said hand on the piece. I'm like,
nah. Right. Nah, Paul. So,
okay.
No.
Okay.
We talk. Nah, not the hand on that piece. All right. So Brian said he'll hang out. He'll try to come on tomorrow. We'll circle back. All right. Let's move on, man. We running out of time. So let me tell the Suge Knight story. 2020. I haven't told it in several years. It happened 15 years ago. Some of y'all know it, some of y'all don't. But I'm trying to give you the long and short of it. So I was in LA chasing entertainment, chasing celebrity, trying to make something of myself. And I was working in production, right? And in production, you're working every aspect of everything on a set: movie, music video, TV commercial, TV show. I did all that. 20-hour day.
Sitting on couches.
No, I ain't do that. No couches. No. Just 20-hour work days and all of that. I was also trying to be a stand-up comic, and I was also trying to be an actor. I had an agent. I was getting sent on auditions. I was taking anything. Pause. I was literally going in for any audition that my agent gave me because I was like, all I need is a break, right? Reality shows were kind of new. So when the castings come out, your agent will call you and be like, yo, look at your dashboard. There's a website you go to, and it had this breakdown. This was the character. This is the type of show. The reality shows back then, they were all anonymous. You ain't know what they was. So it'd be like untitled show. They didn't even use the word reality back then. It was undocumented.
Yeah. It was only a few, and they wasn't even calling it that.
Yeah, unscripted docuseries is what they used to call them. It's 2006. So anyway, I'm trying to, every nickel and dime, I'm trying to, whatever I can do, I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So I got this one, and I thought I was smarter than the average. So I was like, I ain't gonna get set up. They ain't gonna have me in no crazy audition doing no craziness. I'm thinking, at least it ain't gonna be that. So I got this one. It was called Making the Mogul, and it was like, there's a music industry mogul who's putting together a label. True story. Putting together a label. So 2 of the roles was like security. One was like personal assistant. One was A&R.
Mm-hmm.
So my agent was like, A&R, if you know, is artist and repertoire, right? They're the go-between for artists on the road and between the label and between radio and all of that. So me coming from a career in radio, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go for the A&R, because I knew what that was and I knew I could do it.
Right.
So I get to the audition, and it's just tons of people, just hundreds, young.
All
and I'm
going for the A&R position?
No, going for every position. There was like 12 positions. It was like 12 positions. Still no clue it's a reality show. I'm thinking it's a show that's coming on a network.
Right.
So it's all these people, video girls and B-boys and wannabe rappers and all this. And I felt a little bit out of place because I went to Hollywood. I went at 30. So I'm chasing late. So I go in there and they, blah, blah, blah. They pull you in the room and I'm like, yeah, da, 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 da. So it's like, all right. So I leave. I get a call back. Call back means they want to see you again. They're contemplating giving you the role. So I'm like, that's all you live for. When the sun comes up in LA and you in that game and you in entertainment, you live for a callback. You live for hearing that phone ring like, yo, they want to see you again. So I go back, Fox Towers, 40th floor. It's on the Fox movie lot. It's the Fox Towers. They do a lot of Fox shows or whatever. The network Fox, not like Fox News, but the network. So we on the Jones, high security. We go up to this floor. It's like 20 people sitting in this hallway, right? We sitting there for hours. It felt like hours. So we hear this commotion down the hallway. It's like, somebody is like getting thrown out of a room. So we thought. So I was like, what is going on, right? And so I'm in the chair in the hallway, and they was like, hey, everybody have a seat. And I sat down. It just so happened I was first seat by the door that led to that hallway. So no clue. There's all right, we're gonna start taping. When you get in there, just be yourself and blah blah blah. Me, like it's a lot of things about my time in LA where it was like I'm way too old for this. And then there's some other things where, and you know this part of the story. There's some other things where I'm like, if I wasn't as old as I was, I probably would have gone for some shit I shouldn't have gone for. So me sitting there that's facts. Me sitting there as a veteran, when I hear the man talking to the 20 people sitting next to me down the hallway, I'm like, in my head, one phrase came to my head. One phrase. I remember like it was yesterday. I was like, but we ain't signed shit. That's the first thing I thought of. I said, we ain't signed that.
And why?
Just out of my, industry savvy, my experience.
Gotcha.
Nobody else thought of that. So they like, all right, we come in, the cameras will be rolling, and you just go have a seat, and you'll be talking with the music exec when you go in the room. Still, no idea who's in the room and what the show is about. They kept it super, super tight. So I'm like, we ain't signed shit. Do I want to be myself on camera? Do I want to tell the truth? Am I going to say my real name? Because I was like, I ain't signed shit. I know that much.
Right.
They opened the door. Yeah. They opened the doors real quiet. They opened the door. Doors open. There's this long conference table. 2 dudes sitting on one side, camera crew and all these white boys and producers on the other. And at the head of the table, like 5 feet in front of me, Suge Knight. Marion. At this time, he's Suge.
Yeah.
He's Suge.
You definitely didn't call him Marion.
No, I ain't calling him Marion yet.
Know that.
Nah, not yet. So Suge sitting at the table, and I was like, oh, Suge. Now, again, I had a career in radio. I've been in radio for 7 years. I'm not starstruck. No one has ever could ever say that I'm starstruck, and I met everybody. So when I see him,
come on, we're not gonna do that. It's not one person. I'm talking about female.
What?
Not one person.
What is starstruck?
Like you, like yo.
I met
her. Like yo, yeah. Like
I fanned out at Aaliyah.
Okay, I knew.
I fanned out.
Okay,
and that was like 2 weeks before she passed too. I fanned out with her. But that's it. No starstruckness anyway. So anyway, when I come in, I see Suge sitting down, and I'm like, oh shit. In my head, I'm like, oh, Suge Knight. So I sat down. We dapped up. He immediately picked up on my comfort level immediately. So I sit down and I'm like, because it's absolutely nothing. He's just a guy. This is after he shot himself in the leg in Miami and he had lost like 90 pounds. So he wasn't a big, imposing figure. And he was sitting down. So I sat down right in front of him. So he's at the head of the table. I'm at the first chair. So we pretty much knee to knee, like a sports interview.
Whoa, this sounds like couch talk.
Nah, no couch talk. This is all on camera. Okay. So anyway, so I'm gonna try to speed it up, and you'll see in the video. So we get to talking, all this, you know, he telling me where I'm from, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, this is, in my head, I'm like, oh, this is, oh, I get it. Oh, I see what they doing. Oh, okay. He's rebuilding Death Row, and he's looking for artists, and he'll be going through the hood with the camera, and he wants video girls, and he wants his A&R to be his right-hand man. And I was like, oh, this could actually be kind of tough. So I'm basically interviewing, but it's on camera, right? And the thing about reality shows, when y'all watching, and y'all like, how are these people so comfortable on camera to do all this dumb shit? I can tell you, because I got firsthand experience, like once a few minutes go by, you don't even notice the cameras. So we talking about East Coast, DC, and I was kind of fascinated because when I said I was from DC, he revered it. He had respect. And I'm like, wait a minute, you from the hardest place ever. Like I'm thinking he like DC rough. And I'm like, oh shit. I was like, all right. Little badge, had the little stripe, you know what I mean, on my shoulder. So we going. So then I could pick up that he was trying to accelerate the interview because we was in there talking for 20 minutes. I told him I do stand-up comedy and, you know, no, I didn't tell him I did stand-up comedy. I didn't, not yet. So we wrapped the interview. They pulled me out the room. Before they let me go back to my seat, they pulled me back in the room. So I guess somebody had told him that from my previous audition that I was a stand-up comic. So I sit back down. He said, I want to talk to you some more. This is how he talk. I want to talk to you some more. I see this. They say you into comedy. You a comedian? You tell jokes. So I'm like, here we go with the bullshit, right? So he had this dude standing behind him. So he like, so how would you heckle me? I said, I wouldn't heckle you. So I ain't take the bait. I was like, I'm not that type of comedian. He was like, but what if I start talking about you? Would you talk about it? I said, yeah. I said, but if you start it, I'm going to finish it because I got the mic. So that's how it's going to be. And this is how I'm talking to him. So he kept trying to antagonize, and this is all true. This is 100% facts. He kept trying to antagonize me to say what I would do. But me, if y'all know me personally, y'all know how, you know, it's just words, right? So I'm like, I'm playing the game. I'm playing chess. So I'm like, you know, nah, I wouldn't do that, blah, 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 blah. So he like, well, what would you say to him? And he got this dude named Jaime. Jaime, 6'4", red velvet shirt tucked in his blue jeans, his mom jeans, stone killer. He might as well had a killer tat on his face that said, I kill. The dude behind me started getting close. He did. He was a mom jean gangbanger. And then the dude behind me started getting close. Like I can feel he getting close because he pulled on my seat. It was on these big office chairs, these big leather. So he pulled on my seat, like trying to executive chair. So he pulling on the chair, trying to see what I was going to say. And I said, I wouldn't say nothing to him. I'll just, you know, blah, blah, blah. Talk about somebody else. So I wasn't giving them what they wanted. So he gave the man a signal, and that man just took off on me. Just grabbed me out the chair. Like
you ain't waiting nothing.
Nah, like I ain't waiting nothing. And I'm at the collars, right? He had the collars right here. I had the chain on. I'm like, who knows what is going on? Pull me out the chair. Post me up against the wall, like in the action movies, right? We on the wall wrestling real quick, and he just lets me go.
Real quick.
Oh, it was quick. You know the little left to right, little shoulder. It was one of them. So he stormed out, kicked the doors open, and stormed down the hallway, right? And I'm furious. I'm in that junk steaming because I'm like, nah, it's real. Like I ain't even like, what the hell y'all done brought me into? So I'm yelling.
And you already know the stories of him back in the day.
Getting rid of people. So like now I'm like, oh, this real. We on the 40th floor. Fuck out of here. So So
Vanilla Ice you. Vanilla Ice your ass.
right, and the white camera crew, nobody's moving. So I'm yelling at them like, turn the goddamn cameras off. Blah blah blah. I had a monitor on the table. I mushed the monitor. Like try to push it off on the floor because it hit me in a split second. Again, if I was younger, I wouldn't have did this much thinking. I'm in my head, and I'm
you
like,
pushed the monitor like monitor grabbed you out the chair.
No. I pushed the monitor like I was trying to destroy their equipment.
Oh, okay.
I was legit trying to like turn that shit off. You know what I'm saying? You know how when people mush the camera?
Yeah.
They had these little box monitors like the old TV sets sitting on the table. So I mushed that, just slid it off the table, try to slide it off the table, whatever. I'm like, turn that shit off. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Now I'm cussing. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm looking at him. I'm like, what type of shit is you on? You know, blah, blah, blah. Like straight to him. Because at that point, it was a survival thing. It wasn't no tough shit.
You was on 10.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because yeah, bring me in for this bullshit. And in a split second, I was like, oh, this was a setup. I was like, oh. I said, that was the noise I heard earlier. They did a whole dress rehearsal while we was right down the hall. They gonna get somebody in there. They gonna escalate it on camera and whoop the shit out of them.
And dare you to do something.
And dare you to do something back, right?
Yeah.
So then they asked, the assistant director and the producer, and they all pulled me down the hallway because I'm going off, right? So here's where it gets funny. All right, if it hasn't been already. True story. I was married at the time. My wife, I had just moved out there. She was working. I wasn't. We shared a car. I took her to work, picked her up. I had her car. So this is like 5, 6 in the evening. So I'm upstairs in the hallway yelling. Suge right there, the people right there, the white boys. I was like, yo, take me back downstairs. I'm going to the car, right? I kept saying that I needed to get to my car. They think I was going to the trunk.
Right.
In my head, I'm like, no, I got to pick my wife up. Because if I don't pick her up, I'm going to get in trouble if I don't pick her up. So I was like, I got to get to the car. So he like, wait. Calm down, man. Just calm down. Trying to talk me down, right? I don't even know where I'm at. He pulled me into the corner office. 40th floor, Fox Towers. Tell me what you think that looked like.
A setup.
What?
Yeah.
The most beautiful, empty, largest office I've ever seen. We get in there, close the door behind me. He stands in front of me. True story. This is a true story. He'll tell you. It's just me and him. Face to face. Now he's about 6'3", so I'm looking up. It's just my back is on the double door. It's a double door. It's just me and him.
Did you start thinking about when you was in jail? Like,
nah.
Okay.
No, I started thinking about like this is when I left radio and when I left Maryland, I never would have called this one.
Oof.
I was like, I just wanted to run away with the circus. And I'm here. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was never, and I tell people this all the time. I was never not once scared. It was on some man shit at this point. Cause I was like, yo, how the fuck? And I said it to him. I said, how the fuck you let them white boys, you're trying to start a fight on camera just to see the savages fight and shit. Like that's where I was with it. Like I was really upset. And then I had to realize. Yeah, I said that to him. And then I had to realize who I was talking to.
Yeah.
I was like, this ain't that nigga where that would affect him. Like, this is what he does.
What the fuck you talking about? That's what I do.
Yeah. So I was like, shit. I said, and I'm sitting there like, I'm with it. I'm like in his face. I'm like, nigga, like, don't bring me out here for this bullshit. I ain't come out here for this and da. And he's literally, this is where it gets even funnier. He's literally apologizing. He is copping pleas because I kept telling him, the whole DC thing came back.
Yeah.
In his mind, I'm one of those cats.
Yeah.
And the fact that I kept trying to go to the car, was a real
telling them.
Yeah. Like to me, I'm like, I'm about to get in trouble with my wife. But to him, it's like this nigga trying to get the thing. So The knock on the door. This is where it get tricky. Knock on the door. Door open. It's the assistant director, the AD as they call them, and two certifiable gangbangers. Now I've lived in LA, as you know, for a minute at this point. I know what the fuck a gangbanger looks like.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
So I get in, my back is on the door, closes, my back is still on the door. Room is big as shit. He's directly in front of me. The two bangers are flanking him, and then the assistant director is on my shoulder. So it's four of them around me.
Oof. You peed a little bit.
I didn't know. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Here's the thing. I've never been like the fighter and let's do it. But if I'm mad or upset, it's a different type of anger. Yeah. Like it ain't a let's squabble. Like I was still mad.
Yeah.
So I ain't care what happened. So I still had the scowl on my face and everything. Like they're literally these two gang bangers, and I hate that phrase because it sounds like white people talk in the movies. these two bloods were apologizing to me and trying to calm me down. So much so, and here's the end of the story. So much so that the one little dude, so I had a chain on, and in trying to get up, when we grabbing each other, I shanked my whole hand on the chain. So I'm standing on my pinky. So I'm standing there talking to, this is when I tell the story, I do this on stage. So I'm standing there talking to Suge with my hand in his face, and the other little dude is doing triage on my pinky with alcohol and cotton balls. He's treating my wound. I'm like, where did y'all learn triage? Y'all do all this killing in the hood.
They know about cuts and wounds and all that shit.
I was like, how did you learn that? And I'm sitting there talking to Suge, and he got my pinky out, like dabbing it with alcohol and a cotton ball. And I was like, what kind of Twilight Zone shit is this? And I was like,
it's gonna be sweet to you first.
And I was like, what are y'all? Y'all are the least scariest killers I've ever come across, ever. I was like, is this real? I'm waiting for the punk crew to come on. I'm like, are y'all kidding me? So they calmed me down, and I was like, no, really. I told the truth. I was like, I gotta get to my car because I gotta pick up my wife. Try to say it all sternly, right? So then they try to usher me out. They wanted me to sign some paperwork. I was like, nah, man, we're not doing that right now. So you can't tape first and then have me sign the joint. Like I ain't that dumb. So they walked me out. Whole time the little director dude was trying to talk to me and reason with me. Man, we can make you a star. We can make you a lead on the show. Everybody else get $1,500 an episode. We're doing 6 episodes. We can bump you up to 3. Like just come by the so here's where it go left again. He get downstairs, they hit him on the walkie. So he like, all right, I'll tell him. So I'm getting in the shuttle to go to my car. And he like, hey man, they want you to come by the studio in Compton at midnight. I was like, yeah, fucking right. No way.
No way?
No way. Absolutely not. No way. Now I'm back to my senses. Now I'm back in mode, like strategy. I wouldn't win either, bro. You lose no points. Now I'm in strategy mode. I'm like, oh no, that's a really set. Oh no, they're gonna off me in that joint. So then, the next day, they reach out, the white boys, the production company, not Suge. Never talked to them again. But the production company reached out because they were trying to do damage control. So they was like, come to the office, blah, blah, blah. So I come to the office, and this is why I really enjoyed it, because I got to scream on them.
Yeah.
On those people.
People that wasn't really threatening.
Yeah, but not even that. They orchestrated it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm in the room, and it's all of them. There's nobody in there that looks like me. And I'm smacking tables. I'm putting the hand down on the table. I'm got my hand in I'm all of that. I'm like, is this what y'all doing? Like, I said, you don't even know the attorneys and who I know back east. And now I'm rolling out all the threats. I'm like, you know how many and and to have a black man and another black man on camera, and this is what y'all want, and I'm going, and they just shaking.
You Malcolm up in that.
Oh man! So then they give me the paperwork. And I was like, it was a non-disclosure, right? So I'm sitting there and thinking I'm ahead of the game. I was like, so y'all never going to show my footage. I don't want my footage in the joint, because I had slept on it. So I was like, I was still entertaining, trying to get that 3 G's an episode.
Right.
But I was like, at what cost? This ain't gonna be the end of my story. Where it's like, Lamont, Lamont went out to LA and shit. He did the reality shit and they killed that nigga. You know what I'm saying? for like 10 G's.
Got another one. They got another one.
He'd be like, you remember Lamont? Nah. I was like, that ain't gonna be my story. I'll find another way. So we signed the paperwork. They cut me a check at the table. As if I did 3 episodes at the original rate.
Wow.
Right. So I was like, I'll take that quietly. I'll keep it moving. No one will ever hear this story. About 6 months later, man, niggas back home. It's always niggas back home, man. I wake up one morning, and this is before social media is big, but YouTube was still around. If it was social media, man, I'd have been canceled. I wake up, they like,
not
yo.
Really, though. Not really. But still, it hurt my feelings. The niggas opened the email. They was like, yo, is this you getting yoked up on this TV show? And I was like, what? I ran to the computer or whatever. And this is what I saw. This is the video. Now, mind you, everybody after me that went in the hallway that was waiting to be a part of the show, they all got beat up. Everybody. They all got beat up. Okay.
They all got beat up.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, they all got beat up. All right, so here we go. This is exclusive world premiere. I don't know how many people watching, but this is the video. Hold on. I know you can't see it, but you know the story enough.
Right.
All right, here we go. Everybody that went after me, they all got beat up. Let me see if I can put this. How can I put this where y'all can see it?
All right, the music industry has been silent until now.
Of all the people that I work with, Snoop is probably the most disappointing guy. Dre basically saying, you my slut. They be doing something that might cause a problem.
The mastermind.
See, I told y'all he talked like that.
Row Records is starting a new label.
I want everybody to be able to have their own shot. It's not like no fake shit. It's not like we just doing it to be doing it. I'm looking to say, okay, who is good? Who's the best? Who can handle it?
Those are all the people that stayed.
I have an opportunity
He was
to
behind
work for one of the biggest prominent names in the industry. Take that fucking opportunity.
I'm working for Suge, homie, and I think that's a big opportunity for me.
Launching the next hip-hop superstar.
Yo, it's life, man. What it do? Yeah. They let a nigga out.
Staged.
One hand wash the other.
Staged.
Wash the face. With that in my mind, homie, I'm headed out of shape. In a Honda XL, but I'm switching those plates. Feds won't catch life, giving me no case.
That's the night of the studio.
The whole thing about a track, it start with the drums. That's the foundation. I bring that energy back where it's new.
And bringing back the West Coast.
Hold on, what's that on? They ain't gonna get you in. He got to take it out. Take that back off.
Yeah, take that back.
Staged.
Look at this shit, y'all. Me, this how we do it.
This is new Death Row right here, Habit thing. This my family right here. All these niggas my family. You know what I mean? Feel me?
From Las Vegas.
All right, here it comes. It's real quick.
To Compton.
It's real quick. I'm in the chair.
From
all they show is me getting yoked out the chair.
To Inglewood.
Where you from, man? Who is you? What you about? What?
I'm Jules.
Jules? Who the fuck is Jules?
Hey, we're with a new entertainment company called Black Ball.
What's up with
We're looking for new artists.
And from the Fox Towers.
Here we go.
To the Watts Towers.
Here it comes. Don't blink.
Is taking on the world.
I'm crazy, but I'm not stupid. And I also want to do the fight with 50 single game. Like 1 round of rapping, 2 rounds of scrapping. The music business is real cutthroat.
You in this office,
right
you know
here.
what I mean? Hold down a position. You don't run shit here, man.
Are you here to look for
That's
a
me.
for real, or you here to tell jokes? No, I ain't let you down, motherfucker.
They whooped everybody.
It's time to address the rumors.
Did you hang Vanilla Ice out that window?
I hung out with Vanilla Ice.
Stop the snitching.
Simon don't like snitches. I don't like snitches. The whole fucking entire staff don't like snitches.
I'm a G like you.
Let me see your eyes, man.
Say, brother, man, when I need my stun shades, I wear these in clubs in the streets.
And set the record straight.
They said Pac up. Pop said they set him up. But fuck all that.
Suge Knight is back, and it's time to handle some unfinished business.
When I tell you, wait a minute, let's go back. Hold on. When I tell you whooped everybody,
Inglewood.
Where you from, man?
hey, let's pause it. Let's go.
From the Fox
So that's
Towers.
the tower. That's the tower. That's the room we came in. That's why I heard the commotion. That's the double door. So, and then right here, this is me getting yoked out the chair.
The music business is real cutthroat.
You in this office, you know what I mean?
Pause. I'm gonna freeze the frame. We're gonna look at the freeze frame.
Here, man.
That's me. All right. This look. I bet you're wondering how I got here. That's what this image is right here. I bet you're wondering how I got here, and it is at this moment that Lamont King knew that he had fucked up. I'm showing the image on the screen with me and him at the table, and that's what I woke up to that morning. This is like 6 months later. I was like, is this you getting choked out in this video? I was like, what? I signed paperwork, and they said they would never include it. I was furious again, all over again. So
reliving it.
True story, man. This is my true Hollywood story right here.
Yeah, there it is. You don't gotta wait for TV One to do it for you. You already did it.
Nah. Hold on. Let me move. Let me move. Slow walk it. Hold on. I'm slow walking the frame. This is so this right here. This is where my hand. This is where I cut my hand on my own chain, as I was being forcibly removed from the chair. Dude behind, he was laughing because I was saying some comical shit. So he was laughing. He really couldn't get into the setup. Like the dude that grabbed me had to really fake himself getting mad. And then it's right here. So I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? I got the reaction. I'm like, what the? And that's where the chain cut my hand right here. So then he grabbed me and spins me around to the wall. And then that was it. But this is how they got everybody else, though. Look at this right here. This is how it was supposed to go. If you can see this on your screen right here. The guy in the red, that was supposed to be me. And they were supposed to, collapse on him, which they did at the end of the show. They beat up everybody. All the male talents got in the fights. So, and I just wasn't for it. So there's that. So there's the story. There's a Suge Knight story. I survived. And then after that, I was like Marion. And when I referred to him, I ain't Suge, man. They was doing a first aid on my knuckle, man. I ain't even know they had first aid in the game. Yeah. I did try. Eddie said I tried to protect the chain. Eddie Bryan said I tried to protect the chain. I did though. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man.
Well, there it is, man. Another big show, man. I'm glad you jumped on. These technical difficulties, man. We want to apologize, man.
It was meant to happen because then that way you was able to tell the story.
Yeah, but I had so much more to talk about. But that's cool, man. We're gonna figure this out, man. I might have to move to Twitch, man, so we can get the real funky situation where I can play music and all that. Because this ain't happening, man. This ain't good.
Right. Yeah, holla at me.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, bro.
That's Big Zo right there. All right, we got to close, man. I'm overtime and everything, man. I ain't. That was a blow, but it did turn out good, man. I'm glad y'all stuck around and caught the story. We're gonna leave the same way we leave all the time, with a message from an elder. So appreciate y'all for sticking in, man. And every day 6 to 7 p.m. East Coast time. If you see something, share something. Share the video when it goes live. We're gonna work out the kinks. Don't worry about that. I just need y'all to keep tuned into the content. Because the more I know that y'all watching, the more I'm going to try to deliver. So there's that. Support if you can. Join the Patreon. And also Cash App, if you will. And here we go. A message from an elder. We like to leave on a lesson and give you a little history tidbit, a little historical fact in a segment we like to call Hi Dad.
Happy every day, brothers and sisters. This is Alpha Papa with today's reflection. What is in a name? Why Alpha Papa? Well, I worked at a juvenile corrections facility for most of my government career, with the last 20 or so in the education department. I worked my way up from a physical education teacher, guidance counselor, to assistant principal. When I became the assistant principal at the Maximum Facility Center, resident movement was coordinated between the officer of the day and the school. I started using Alpha Papa as my call sign over the walkie-talkies to eliminate confusion on the radios. Medical appointments, lawyer visits, psychological appointments, testing, and any other out-of-school appointments were coordinated through me, the assistant principal, thus Alpha Papa. After a while, the staff and the residents started calling me by this name, so the name stuck with me even in retirement. Those of you that served in the military know that Alpha Papa is used to designate the letters A and P in the alphabet. For example, Lamont King would be Lima Kilo. Well, folks, that completes your history lesson for today. Peace and blessings, Alpha Papa.
All right, there it is, folks. Again, appreciate y'all. Oh, we are way over time, and we won't be able to get to Roland Martin today. Thanks for standing by, Roland. We'll try to squeeze you in tomorrow. For the rest of y'all, enjoy your night. Be safe.